Loyalists of former Syrian President Bashar al-Assad have launched coordinated attacks against soldiers of the interim government, striking checkpoints in Latakia, Aleppo and the port city of Tartus, killing hundreds, many after they've been captured. The fighting has raged across Latakia province, the mainly Alawite coastal region of Syria and the stronghold of the former president. Reinforcements were called in from the capital Damascus as armoured vehicles and heavy weapons were brought into Latakia to try and quell the violence and ensure it doesn't spread to other parts of the country. The town of Al-Qadmus was stormed by general security forces in an effort to wrest it from Assad loyalists. Government troops say early Monday they also repelled an attack on a checkpoint by the remnants of the regime in the capital. This is the first real test of the new government, formed from elements of the fighting group Hayat Tahrir al-Sham or HTS. The government has said it wants to be inclusive and set up reconciliation centres across Syria in an effort to heal some of the deep wounds left by 14 years of war. But extensive reports of captives being killed have fueled anger on all sides as they accuse each other of committing atrocities. Several thousand pro-Assad fighters are believed to be operating in Latakia and the surrounding countryside. Syria's interim president, Ahmed al-Sharaa, has issued a decree to set up an independent, fact-finding mission to try and establish publicly who was behind the mass killings of civilians and also of soldiers who had clearly surrendered. And it's not the only fighting in Syria. In the northeast, battles have been raging between the Kurdish Syrian Democratic Forces, or SDF, and Turkish-supported militias. The situation's complicated because the SDF, having been one of the most effective fighting forces against ISIL, is backed by the United States. The US not only supports the SDF, but has bases within Syria protecting US companies extracting oil. The transitional government and the SDF recently signed a landmark deal incorporating the group into the Syrian government, giving them Syrian citizenship whilst retaining their individual status as Kurds. Both the SDF and the United States act as a bolster against a resurgent Islamic State that has slowly been gaining traction. Turkey's influence in Syria has grown since it supported HTS's lightning advance in December, the group that led the overthrow of Bashar al-Assad, forcing him to flee as the regime collapsed and in the process denied Iran of a regional ally that had ruled Syria for decades. Israel's military presence in the south further complicates the picture, but the Israeli government has said it's only a buffer zone and that its military is stationed there only temporarily. Israel's defense minister Israel Katz has said that his forces will remain in the south indefinitely. This highly volatile mix of old wounds, ethnic rivalries, oil, and powerful regional players who all have their own plans for Syria suggests that this latest violence may only be the beginning.